welcome to Traveling Inside Out. This is Alina, your host. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to the podcast that explores the world within and out. And thank you for subscribing to Traveling Inside Out, wherever you find your podcast. And also on YouTube. I'm going to go ahead, December 5th, key number 5. Literally, I just leaned my um, elbow and I think I just opened the day 24. Whoops, a mistake happened. Yeah, I kind of opened it. Tea number 5. It's already smelling very nice. It says holiday pear green tea. So once again, another green tea. Let's see how is this gonna go. It does smell so much more flavorful than the other teas. And speaking about teas, I went to yesterday, once again, not sponsored. I went yesterday again to Aldi to do some shopping. And there was no more tea advent calendars, but there were other advent calendar and they were like 75% off. And I got me a cheese advent calendar, and it just has basically just one bite of a cheese. It was $4. It wasn't that crazy expensive, and I'm sharing the bite with my husband. But it's so good. I've already tried the cheese that I've never heard about before, so this is amazing for someone who loves cheese. That I am. I love cheese. However, I also know that cheese is not that healthy to have all the time. So that's why just one little bite of a cheese a day, that I think that's doable. So I really love that one because this tea advent calendar um, disappointed me kind of so far. We'll see what's gonna happen today and what's gonna happen in the rest of the days. So I was thinking, what should I talk about today? And today's 5th of December. Tomorrow is 6th of December. So the night before the 5th and the 6th in Romania, we are celebrating something that it's kind of holidays related, Christmas related in a way, or not really. So I decided to talk about Saint Nicholas Day. Again, it is tomorrow, but normally what happens is that Saint Nicholas is coming to your house between the 5th and the 6th of December. In my house, so normally I will explain more about it, but normally um, he's leaving gifts in the shoes. If you clean your shoes and if you have been a nice person, nice kid, a good kid throughout the year, you're gonna get presents from him on the night from the 5th to the 6th. So in the morning when you wake up, you're gonna check your shoes, and then if you got something, that means that you are nice. However, in my family, in growing up, we were never waiting until the 6th in the morning. We were always already doing good morning, Andra. Thank you for joining. We were not waiting until the morning. We were checking the things out in the evening. And it's the same with Christmas. We were never waiting until the 25th in the morning. We were checking our gifts on the 24th in the evening. So that being said, I want to talk a little bit about Saint Nicholas, which is funny that Andra is in the chat because we talked a little bit beforehand, and I realized that once again we don't know the same things. But this time around, it was truly me not knowing something that it is found all over the internet. So this time around, I was the one who completely didn't know anything about it as it is. I'm not gonna get into too much about who he was because he was born in present day Turkey, and he was known for devoting his life to doing good and protecting those in need. There's all sorts of legends around him. He was perceived as a gift giver, and the story of Saint Nicholas has a lot of uncertainties. But what we know is that he was a Christian bishop of the city of Myra in Asia during the Roman Empire. So he died on the 6th of December, which is why we celebrate him on that day. And he helped three little girls that were now it depends, because some people are saying that they were just very poor, and other people are saying that he helped them to not be prostitutes or something like that. But the point is that he left a sack of gold or something like that, um, to the house of those three girls, and that's how he said it. So basically he gave them some money or whatever gold was back then, and he saved them either from being poor or from prostituting or whatever. Anyway, in Romania though, we are calling it Sfântul Nicolae, and apparently in some regions it's called Sfântul Nicoară, which sound from more Moldova, but I didn't know about that. So that's, there we go. Here we go. Starting with things that Alina doesn't know about this. Okay, it's been 6 minutes. Let's have a sip of the tea. So once again, it said holiday pear. What makes a pear holiday pear and not just a pear? Beats me. Pear flavor. No, wait, what? Oh, holiday pear actually have pear flavor and ginger flavor. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is more flavorful than the last two that I had. So I'm gonna have it a few more sips and then I'm gonna give it a grade. But I think that this is maybe better than the yesterday and the day before. So, what you're meant to do is you're supposed to clean your boots, make them really shiny and nice, clean them, wash them, clean them, however you want to do it. And now the thing is that you shine your boots nowadays. The shoes that we have, they're not necessarily, you can't necessarily shine the boots anymore. But the point is that they're supposed to be very clean. And then you put them nicely. This is the thing. I feel like somebody was saying that they're putting them by the window, and I'm like, nope, that's not a thing. I'm just leaving them where on the entry of the, which I never understood growing up. What was I thinking? He's just gonna come into the house? How? I don't know. Same with Santa. I don't know. How he has keys from my house? I don't know. But they prepare the shoes all nice in the evening, and then you, if you have been nice, then next morning you wake up to the shoes being filled with sweets, fruits, and other gifts. But if you haven't been nice, you get a wooden whip. And now what happened is that this wooden whip, you are supposed to get it if you haven't been nice. I was getting it almost every year together with sweets, just because this wooden whip, I'm going to try to see if I can find a picture and then see. They are being sold all over. So you're going to see people in the streets basically selling this, which is, in a way, I'm like, it makes no sense, man. So how is it that you can see it everywhere sold in the street, but kids think that this is being bought by St. Nicholas? Like, it makes no sense. Or maybe when I was so young that back in the day, we wouldn't have so many people selling these kind of things in, like vendors, street vendors. That's what I'm trying to say. Street vendors. So it makes no sense to me. Andra, if you're still there, maybe you can tell me what's your opinion. With if you see them in the street, or I don't know, I don't have kids and I don't have, oh, maybe I should have asked another friend. Like, how do you explain this to children? The fact that there are people who sell this, like vendors who sell this, and then how do you explain to your children if they get one? Like, I don't truly know. I'm speaking, I'm confused. I'm confusing myself. Okay, let me see if I can find any. Yeah, this would do. So they are very. It's not only just a stick. It used to be like a wooden stick or something like that, but nowadays, okay, I can just share this really quick. Let me see. Okay, Andra says, I think as kids, we didn't care. As long as we got gifts, it was all we thought. Andra, I disagree with you because I think that when we were kids, it was so early communism slash after, there were no vendors in the streets like that. So that's what I'm saying. As a kid, I don't think that they were so many vendors like that. I don't know. Or maybe again, maybe countryside versus city side, it's a difference. I don't know. Let me see if I can share this really quick for those who are watching the video. Oh, was I supposed to wait? I'm gonna learn how to do this. We're learning as we are doing. Isn't that the best way to learn, especially for someone with ADHD? Like, honestly, share screen. Yes. Oh, wait, let me do this. Share screen. Okay. There we go. So they are very beautified. They look really, really, really different. So usually there will be some glitter on it. There will be all sort of kinds of stuff. So that's one way. And then let me see if I can try. How do I stop sharing? There we go. Let me see if I can find. We are calling it Nuyelusha, which is like kind of saying stick in a nice way, maybe. The thing is that my website is mostly looking for things in English, and I'm not getting too many results. They usually are also like with sparkles and glitter and all of that. So I don't know if people in general would get that with other presents, but that's what I used to get. And then you have glitter and stuff all over your shoes, which I don't know if we cared, but yeah. Now that I think about it, that would have been annoying as an adult to get my shoes all glittery or not. I don't care. Um, okay, another thing that it says. Uh, so as I was saying, it's not only about cleaning the shoes; it's about what you've done the whole year. It says like this: gifts aside, there are other traditions and rituals Romanians engage in on Saint Nicholas Day, and this is where I usually tap out because that's all I know. So it says in some regions of the country, people bring twigs into their houses and place them under an icon in the hope that they'll bloom until New Year's Day, inviting luck and prosperity into upcoming year. Nope, never heard of this. The story of Saint Nicholas in Romania paints him on a white horse, announcing the coming of winter. Nope, never heard of this. Galloping, he sneaks peeks inside the house of each Romanian, and just from this glimpse, he knows not your nice. Kids who want to win him over try one last trick and leave carrots at the door for the saint's horse. That's not what? No, I've never left no carrots. Also, I never knew about Santa's reindeers. I like that was not a thing that I was told, or I don't remember. We don't talk about Santa's reindeers, or I don't remember anyway. Talking about Santa's reindeers, I have no idea. And I never left cookies for Santa, and I never left no milk for Santa, and I've never, ever, ever left carrots for reindeer, which I didn't even understand. Why are the reindeers having carrots. Like I've learned about that from the movies or from the song, with Santa and Rudolph. Uh, Romanians also make the most of St. Nicholas Day to rehearse their carols for Christmas. This tradition is mostly followed in villages where young men gather and designate a household to host them. Once again, haven't lived at the countryside, so I don't know, but I would see how, even though I don't know, I would see how you want to gather together and then have some songs and whatever. But at the same time, I'm like, it's still a lot of things to do before Christmas, and usually December it's a really, really, really crazy, um, busy month. I just want to check something because I want to see if I. Oh yeah, so I could have put the message from Andra on the screen. So next time I will know. So it says during his lifetime, Saint Nicholas rises to fame as a fierce defender of the church and a protector of those in need, giving birth to myths and legends and miracles and tales and whatnot. He later becomes the absolute bringer of gifts. However, after the Protestant Reformation in the 1500s, Saint Nicholas was forgotten. But people still wanted gifts, and who can blame them? Thus, the gift receiving was moved closer to birth of Christ, leaving only one question unanswered: who would bring them? Jesus was definitely a great contender, but just how many gifts a newborn could bring? People started inventing several characters, most of them scarier than need. For example, Rue Klaus, a threatening sidekick, brought German kids their gifts and countless cheers on the side, as he promised to kidnap those who didn't listen. In the Netherlands, Saint Nicholas was reinterpreted as a less threatening character named Sinterklaas. I don't know how to pronounce that. A few more centuries had to pass until writers and poets would transform Christmas into Santa Claus holiday focused on family time, but they did it. I do remember someone, I have some friends from Netherlands and then some Romanian friends who live or used to live in Netherlands, and they did tell me something about it. I don't remember very well. I also have to mention, and I think I'm going to mention in one of these days that I'm doing, I'm going to talk about Icelandic, because Icelandic Christmas traditions are out of this world. What I've been joking with a friend is that Icelandic people hate their children. They have a lot of scary characters connected to Christmas, which is insane. And we went and we watched the new movie that is with Rock Johnson, The Rock or whatever, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and Chris Evans, and a bunch of other famous actors. It's called Red, and I actually didn't. I enjoyed it. It was kind of what I expected, but they do mention one character from Icelandic culture in that movie, which is insane. It was so weird to see an Icelandic character portrayed in a what it was meant to be a blockbuster, but regardless, it's a Hollywood movie. So I would want to talk about that one of these days, just so I can give a bit of perspective of other traditions. And then the story of Saint Nicholas in Romania shifts the narrative because they're the kind who want to have their cake and eat it too. Wow! What am I reading? So they kept both Saint Nicholas and Santa Claus. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna be mad for the next 1 minute. Having twice the amount of presents can never be a bad thing, except if you've been naughty, because then you know what's coming twice. During communism and early democratic times, these holidays were among the few times bananas and oranges were found in stores. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to be mad at this because that's true. The smell of freshly opened oranges is still deeply associated with those times. Yes, for the longest time, the smell of orange meant to me that that's Christmas, because I was like Pavlov's dog, conditioned, because I would only have oranges during Christmas. But traveling in other countries, I found out that it was kind of the same in Iceland too. And it wasn't because they didn't have communism. It was just because they wouldn't have import. And obviously, you can grow oranges in Iceland. You can't. The import wasn't happening that amazingly, so they would only have oranges during the holidays as well. But yes, that is one crazy thing. So now, before we end, because my husband once again is now watching this, I do want to tell you, my dear listeners, about my husband that I have been telling him since 2020. Since 2020, I have been telling him about this holiday, and I have been put things in the shoes since 2020 every year that we were together for, I think it was just 1 year that we weren't together around this time. And he put it in the calendar. However, he put it on the calendar, I think, on the 6th. And because of that, he never put something in the shoes. I'm pretty sure he didn't get anything this year. So what I've been doing lately is to get also a present for myself. So tonight I'm going to surprise him once again. And I'm 100% sure, once again, he won't have a surprise for me. Unless he's listening on the door right now. And then there's that. Anyway, we went over time. I'm going to give this a 3.5. The tea. So yeah, let me know what other holidays do you guys have in December other than Christmas. And if you're not a Christian and you're following any other religion or any other whatever you believe in, let me know what other traditions do you have in December. Okay, that being said, see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to tell you what I received. And yeah, if you have any other questions, leave them there. And also, thank you for those who are still watching after the live when the video is available. See you all tomorrow. Thank you, Andra, for joining.
This concludes today's episode. Thank you for listening and for reviewing Traveling Inside Out. If you want to get in touch with me, send an email to podcast@alinaigrad.com. And remember, your outer journey begins with inner work. Until next time, bye!